It is easy to blame the current Zimbabwean government for all the problems that Zimbabwe is having. And it's easy for people for us, not just people, me and other people, to blame them. But the problem of Zimbabwe did not start because of the current government. It started because of the white people fighting against each other. When Ian Smith declared UDI, I think it should be in 1965, he created a big problem. Ian Smith was trying to free himself from the British corruption and the British ransom and the British blackmail on his government, where he was externalizing most of his wealth to Britain rather than developing his own country and his people. Smith was not like that. Smith was not corrupt. Smith refused and declared independence with a select few. But among those select few, there were still people who were spying against him, people like Flower, who was working for MI6, and other people who were embedded in the Rhodesian government, who were fighting against Ian Smith's honorable intentions. Let's look at what Smith did. Let's do a scoreboard. How many townships did Smith build for the black people? He built Tafara, Mabvuku, Chitungwiza, Glenview, Highfields, Dzivarasekwa, Kuadzana, Marimba, Mfakose, Budiriro, Lokinva, and any other location you can think of. They were built by Smith. And when we look at our current government, you can find settlements like Hopley, and the one that at Mount Habden, which was almost settled by black people, it was taken over now. It was handed back to the British owners. Now, whether we say it's us who is running it or not, that's a question for another day. But as you can see, if you are counting on the locations I've mentioned in Harare, it shows that Smith was honorable to black people. Of course, he favored these white people too. Then let's go to Bulawayo, if you like. Let's go to Chabalala, Sizinda, Magwegwe, Luveve, Kwabalanda, Mpopoma, Minyela, Pelandaba, Mashobane. What else can I think of? Njube, Ntumbane, Mzilikazi, Nguboyenja, Makokoba, and all other black suburbs. They were all built by Smith. If anyone knows any township we built as a government, we black people, please remind me, because I cannot remember anything we built in Bulawayo or Harare. We can go to Harare, to Gweru, Senga, Mkoba, what. It's all Smith's work. By the way, Smith had only one farm, in my knowledge, a farm in Gwenoro, where that's where he stayed. That's where his only farm I remember. If someone knows another of Smith's farms, please let me know in the comment section. Then, if you were in Gweru, you would see Smith driving his white Mercedes-Benz alone, without any bodyguard. That's how popular Smith was amongst black people. Even the black people who fought him during the war, they never tried to kill him. I don't know whether any of us can walk alone in town without I don't know. But let me go back to the British and the Smith. When Smith declared UDI in 1965 and refused to pay homage to the British and the British crown at the percentages, the exorbitant percentages they wanted, Smith was demonized in Whitehall. He was demonized and sanctioned. Even before the sanctions were declared, Smith was already sanctioned. Now, after the sanctions were declared, the whole idea was to break down the Smith's government, which seemed to be failing. Then when they realized that they could move politically against him, the British formed Zapu and Zanu. These parties were formed to fight against Smith, remove Smith in power, who was refusing to pay homage to the British, to Buckingham Palace. Having formed those parties, Zanu, Zapu, and they also formed some, the Mzoriwa's party was called what? Can't remember his name, but yeah, I know it was supported by many of the Methodist churchgoers. So the British Foreign Service formed Zanu, Zapu, and Zanla, Zipra, and Fumorebano. All these things were to fight against Smith. They were never to do anything else except fight against Smith. This is how it will be explained in the future when people do a proper forensic check to what I'm saying. Then, when they were formed, Zapu was formed first and it gave birth to Zanu. Zapu was led by Dr. Nkomo and Zanu was led by Reverend Davaneng, who was later displaced in a coup which people mistakenly say that it was a tribal coup. It was not a tribal coup. It was never a tribal coup. It was Reverend Davaneng was not from the Catholic. And the Jesuits wanted a Jesuit in power. This is how Ndabaneng story was removed. It was not removed because it was Ndawu and Mgabu was Zulu, and that is people who have no discernment say those things. You will remember Botongo Gara and so forth, Nana Wamzenda and so forth. It is said that they went to Nganga, Mozambique, when they were prosecuting this liberation war. And the Nganga told him that there was someone was not there. Who could suspect that the Nganga would know that they want a Catholic? Because the Catholics already had a lot of networks in Mozambique, Zimbabwe. And this idea that they would have Ndabaneng Stoli lead, who was not a Catholic, it was not going to work for the Catholic. This is how Mugabe, who was gifted as a politician and a thinker, was sent for to be collected by Comrade Edgar Tekere and Moven Mahashi and the Gombre Sekuru Rekaitangwena of the Gairezi skirmish. So you must understand that the movement of Stole and Mugabe had nothing to do with tribe. Yes, tribe would have been an excuse, but the main reason was it was the Catholic versus the Protestant, and Mugabe was a Protestant, and that's what they wanted. So it came on and on. This is why you see that when they went to China and get weapons in Russia and so forth, all this it was not guided by the Russians, the Chinese. After independence, it shows that who was in charge, because they went back to stay in London, shop in London, dine in London, keep the parliamentary system according to the dictates of the job that they were given by the owners of the party who were in Britain. This is why you see the parliamentary system is there not because it's good. The Roman Dutch system is there not because it's good, but because these parties are following their masters. There is nothing else that you can convince a normal person that the parliamentary system of Britain is still being done in Zimbabwe because it's better than what? The Roman Dutch system, which sidelines the people, is better than what? No. This is my view, and I am not representing any organization, but this is exactly what happened. On the scoreboard, so far, Smith is still ahead because even his schools are the ones that were using his language, were still using. As you can see me, I'm using his language. So at the end, I don't know what we were celebrating or what we are still celebrating, because we need to wake up and understand that we are running ourselves through someone else's law and someone else's system. I want to thank you.